talk about property taxes. The problem of property taxes that you try to constantly voice. Number of avenues. మీరు వెళ్ళి మీ ట్విట్టర్లో మీరు the first thing that comes out is property taxes. Tell us about property taxes and the problem that we will have here in Naperville.
Absolutely. It's not just Naperville, right? Everywhere we are going to have a problem. The problem with property taxes is very simple. Property taxes can be broken into many sub-segments, right? One is, I have to run my town municipality, a small portion of it. We are not talking about the water bill or the electricity bill. Those are your monthly bills.
Correct.
But to run in a year, your community, when you have a home. Now, this is for the property owners. I'm not talking about renters. Let's come to it later.
Okay.
Right? When you are a property owner, then that property is part of a division, whether a city, town, subdivision, whatever, and you are taking benefit of the common utilities. So it could be the land development that happened, it could be the park that was developed, it could be the drainage system that is running, right? All the infrastructure that was there and coming. Then there is the environment cleanup that has to happen, your sewage. So there are plenty of investments that the city has to do. Well, that's one part of it. Then, as a resident, you expect that you have a certain lifestyle. What is that? I need safety, which means for X number of population, I need a police. I need security. I need fire engines, right? The fire has to be within 4-5 minutes from my home if fire happens. We live in a very fire-prone neighborhoods. We have emergencies, so I need to get my ambulances. So all of these are services then the city has to provide. Fine. That's also, it's a well-oiled machine. Over the period, municipalities and the cities and the townships have realized how to manage this. Then comes education. That is the elephant in the room. Now, not many people realize education is really advanced when I look at it from the infrastructure that we get for our children, the schools, the playgrounds, the sports, the auditoriums, the investments, all of that goes. Just to give you an example, almost 435 million is spent with my 204 school district. Right? Every school district has their own budget for 26,000 students. So we are about $14,000 per student our school district spends. Now, who is paying that? The homeowner is. So every home, the more homes you have, the more students you have. Now, these property taxes are divided into homes. They are divided into commercial areas, right? So if you have trade, if you have warehouses, if you have office buildings, if you have theaters, all of the commerce reduces the burden on the homeowner. So any good school district or a city should have a balanced mix. You can't be 100% residential. Oh, I am 100% residential. I am very good. I go and do shopping next door, but my city is clean. You are axing yourself. Because what then happens is every home that brings in the student is now taking care 14,000 minimum. Now, we are not talking about all the infrastructure and everything. We are only talking about school here. So school becomes very important.
Correct.
Now, Naperville has a huge problem. Why? Naperville has 2 counties. Naperville has the Will County problem. Naperville has the DuPage County. Now, Naperville on the DuPage County side, which is 83rd and North, is primarily DuPage County. Now, DuPage County has all the businesses. Highway 88 passes through it. All the high rises are there, downtown Naperville, and all the commercial activity happens in DuPage. It's all under School District 203.
Mm-hmm.
Now 203 also covers Lyle. So it's not, usually you have school district that goes across cities. So you have Wheaton, you have Lyle, you have Naperville. So it's called Naperville 203. Their taxes are less. So the DuPage side pays 2.07% of the property, whereas we pay 2.43.
Okay.
So our mix. Now you will say, okay, what difference does it make? It makes a lot of difference, right? So that difference is because we have lesser commercial activity, and the adage was, okay, you want to build more homes, okay, there is farmland on the Will County side, let's put more homes. Oh, now the single family homes are a lot, okay, let's now put townhomes. Now what you have done is you basically took 1 acre. In the old days you would put 4 homes on a 1 acre. Now then you said, no, let's build smaller homes, let's put 8 homes. Then you said, okay, now single family is not enough, let's do row homes. You put 12. Then you said, okay, now let's stop row homes, let's do townhomes. Let's put 24. Well, the same acre which used to be 56,000 per acre student, I'm just taking a 2 kids per home average. Now suddenly 24 times that 14, what is it?
Yeah.
300K. Who's going to pay it?
Yeah.
So now here's the dilemma. My home could be on a 1/4 acre. So I pay how much? I pay the 1/4 acre taxes where the other guy is also consuming, but they are 24.
Correct.
But I have no kids.
Yeah.
But I have to pay because you're going to come back in 20 years and say, sir, you are living on 1/3. But is it my problem that you, as an unplanned city, or you planned it wrong and you put this many number of people come back and burden me because you put it and then now you expect us to pay?
So I think you're talking about smart planning here, right?
It is absolutely. And where the problem is if you take out a city of Naperville, 7 out of the 9 council members, including the mayor, they're from DuPage. Okay? They don't understand what's happening on the Will. Or even if they do, it's not my problem because my home's on the other side. And even if I do understand and I do empathize, it's still not going to hurt my pocketbook.
Exactly.
Right? So my ask has been recently, come on guys, let's make sure we have equal representation, so at least we can go back and plan it. Now somebody asks me, how can I do planning when all the land is gone? Too bad, right? We have to sit down and see what's the solution. Don't tell me before an election what is your solution, right? It's not my problem. I am also going through the problem. I want a solution, which means I need representation so we can sit down at a table and work out a problem, not give a problem. Even though I'm in the solution business, we need to, it's a consensus. I'm not here to solve everybody's problem, right? I can, but the consensus has to be there.
But you can at least facilitate the conversation.
I want to facilitate the conversation, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But it's a political thing. People on the city council might not like it. The forefathers of the town who are so used to the status quo, because money is coming, right? City is growing. Now, I'm not complaining that the property values are going up. That's all okay. But
the higher the values,
the higher the values, the higher the taxes. So I am always going to be hit by more taxes. So from 2015 till now, since I moved into my subdivision, my taxes have gone up exactly 50%.
How long ago? Since
9 years.
Oh wow.
So in 9 years, if I'm paying 50%, now let's compound it. So I'm going to pay 100% in another 9 years, or maybe a little early.
Yeah.
You can't justify because your property values have gone up, you pay more taxes. Now I will take the converse. Let's take my salary. If my salary is going up by the same amount, it makes sense. But my salary, in today's world, the salaries are not going with how your property values are going up to how you are spending. Yeah. So that's where the fiscal conservative comes up. and our responsibility of town planning comes up, city planning comes up. That is missing. Now, Naperville is a beautiful place. I have zero complaint, how the city is planned, but we have a huge divide. We have committees after committees that are sitting and planning downtown Naperville. Is it a bad thing? No, absolutely do it. But then you should plan South Naperville too. South Naperville doesn't get that attention.